Hello explorers, greetings. After capturing the attention of astronomers with a series of bright explosions in recent months, the awaited Comet 12p Pons Brooks finally returns from its journey of over 70 years through the depths of the solar system. Discovered in the 19th century, this comet is now nearing its closest approach to the Sun, and astrophotographers from around the world are already documenting its presence in the sky. Have you had the chance to see the much talked about Devil's Comet? If not, I have both good and bad news for you. The good news is that it's brighter than expected. The bad news is that it may not be so easy to observe. Nevertheless, the captured images are incredible, and there's anticipation for a new burst of brightness that may beautify the sky in the coming nights. Discovered in 1812 by the French astronomer Jean-Louis Pons and rediscovered in 1883 by the British William Robert Brooks, the 12p Pons Brooks is a periodic comet that returns to the inner solar system approximately every 71 years. Research has shown previous records of this same comet, such as in 1457 by the Italian Paolo Toscanelli and in 1385 by Chinese astronomers, and likely into 45 BC, also by the Chinese. In 1883, William Brooks noticed a significant increase in the comet's brightness, a luminous explosion that is a striking characteristic of this celestial phenomenon and continues to intrigue astronomers with each passage by the Sun. These bursts of brightness are caused by cryovolcanic activities on the comet's surface. Basically, the 12p Pons Brooks is a rock of ice composed of water and frozen gases, with an extension of about 34 kilometers. Its crust is harder and less volatile than the interior. So, when it approaches the Sun, heating causes the gas inside to sublimate, increasing the internal pressure on the crust. Under the influence of solar radiation, cracks begin to form on the surface, releasing jets of icy material from the comet's interior. It's these jets that cause sudden increases in the brightness of the Pons Brooks. During its last passage through the solar system in 1954, one of the explosions increased the comet's brightness by about 100 times. The same happened last July, when an explosion released approximately 10 million tons of dust and ice into space, expanding its coma to over 600,000 kilometers and giving the 12p Pons Brooks a sinister appearance, earning it the nickname Devil's Comet. The successive surges since then have raised expectations for its closest approach to the Sun, expected on the next day 21. Since last month, the internet has been flooded with several fantastic images captured by astrophotographers from various parts of the world. With a long mane and a much more imposing appearance than the one that earned it the infamous nickname, the 12p Pons Brooks is reaching the peak of the 2024 season of its appearances. However, for observers in the southern hemisphere, the news is not so encouraging. Although the comet is visible to the naked eye in the northern hemisphere, in the southern hemisphere, its faint glow is lost in the twilight and can only be seen with the aid of instruments in the early evening. Recently, there was a burst of brightness that allowed the comet to be captured by the cameras of amateur astronomers in the northeast of Brazil, but it was not sufficient for naked eye observation. Another disappointment was its non-appearance in the major astronomical event of 2024, the solar eclipse on the 8th. Its brightness was insufficient to be perceived by the naked eye, and those with telescopes or binoculars preferred to observe the eclipse. Now, the wish of all those who appreciate astronomical phenomena is for the Comet Pons Brooks to have a magnificent burst of brightness, illuminating the sky and transforming the Devil's Comet into a divine celestial spectacle.